Have you ever wondered what makes something alive? It's a fascinating question that has intrigued scientists and philosophers for centuries. Why is a rock not alive, but a plant is? That's a great question. To understand this, we need to look at the unique features that living things possess. Living things, like plants and animals, share special characteristics. They are not just static objects, they interact with their environment in dynamic ways. Living things grow and change. This growth can be seen in plants sprouting from seeds and animals maturing from babies to adults. They take in food for energy and get rid of waste. This process is essential for maintaining their internal balance and supporting their activities. They also reproduce, meaning they make more of themselves. Reproduction ensures the survival of their species over generations. But the most important thing is that all living things are made up of cells. Cells are the fundamental units of life. Cells are like tiny building blocks that come together to make up every living organism on Earth. They perform various functions that keep the organism alive and healthy. From the smallest bacteria to the largest whale, everything is made of cells. These cells work together in harmony, allowing life to flourish in countless forms and environments. Cells are so small you need a microscope to see them. Imagine a grain of sand that's still huge compared to a cell. Despite their tiny size, cells are incredibly complex. They have all sorts of parts that work together to keep the cell alive and functioning. They're like tiny factories, constantly buzzing with activity. Some living things are made of just one single cell. These tiny organisms are fascinating in their simplicity and efficiency. We call these unicellular organisms. They perform all necessary functions of life within that single cell. Bacteria, the smallest living things on Earth, are unicellular. Despite their size, they play crucial roles in ecosystems, such as decomposing organic material and aiding digestion. Other organisms, like plants and animals, are made of many cells. These cells are specialized to perform different functions. We call these multicellular organisms. They have complex structures and systems that allow them to grow, reproduce, and respond to their environment. In multicellular organisms, cells work together in groups called tissues and organs to perform specific tasks. Each type of cell has a unique role. For example, your heart is an organ made up of muscle tissue that pumps blood throughout your body. This coordinated effort ensures that oxygen and nutrients reach every part of you, keeping you alive and healthy. For a long time, people didn't know that cells existed. It wasn't until the invention of the microscope that we could finally see these tiny building blocks. One of the first people to observe cells was Anton van Leeuwenhoek in the 1600s. He looked at pond water under his microscope and saw tiny creatures swimming around, which he called animalcules. Later, other scientists made important discoveries about cells. Robert Brown discovered the nucleus, the control center of the cell. Matthias Schleiden found that all plants are made of cells, and Theodor Schwann discovered that all animals are made of cells too. Rudolf Virchow made a very important observation: cells come from other cells. This means that cells reproduce by dividing, creating new cells. All these discoveries led to what we now call the cell theory. The cell theory is one of the most important ideas in biology. It forms the foundation of our understanding of life itself. It states that 1. All living things are made of cells. This means that every organism, from the tiniest bacteria to the largest whale, is composed of these fundamental units. 2. Cells are the basic unit of structure and function in living things. This principle highlights that all the processes that keep an organism alive occur within cells. And 3. All cells come from pre-existing cells. This concept emphasizes the continuity of life as new cells are produced through the division of existing ones. The cell theory revolutionized our understanding of life. It was a groundbreaking discovery that changed the course of biological science. It showed us that even though living things may look very different on the outside, they are all fundamentally similar on the inside. This similarity is due to the cellular structure that all living organisms share. So, the next time you look at a plant or an animal, remember the amazing world of cells working inside them. These cells are the building blocks of all living things, tirelessly performing countless functions to sustain life. From providing structure and support to facilitating growth and reproduction, cells are truly remarkable. They are the unseen heroes that make life possible, constantly working behind the scenes. Understanding cells and their functions not only helps us appreciate the complexity of life, but also drives advancements in medicine, agriculture, and many other fields. The study of cells continues to be a vital area of research, unlocking the mysteries of life, one discovery at a time.